Welcome to What's Up Sioux Falls with Elena and Ashley, two besties, one a photographer, the other a realtor, who are here to bring you the latest on local events, promotions, food, and entertainment in the Sioux Falls area. Not only that, but you'll find out even more as they cover everything from Falls Park to pop culture. And now, your hosts, Elena and Ashley.
Hi. Oh my gosh. We're pros. I literally was not paying attention to what was going on right there. Hello, everybody. It's soon to be no longer What's Up Sioux Falls. I'm Ashley Bartholomew.
I'm Elena Rogi.
All right, we're coming to you from the Next Edge podcasting studio here in Sioux Falls at Next Edge Academy.
It's Tuesday, April 17th.
It is.
In case you're listening to this later. We got 2 extra days to do our taxes this year.
Yes, so if you have not gone and filed your taxes yet, you have today to do it. Otherwise, go to your tax provider or there's a million different websites. I think I looked on irs.gov, and there's a bunch of different online ways that you can file an extension today. So you have to file your taxes, people. I've recently met someone who hadn't filed their taxes in 2 years. So, so do it. It's your obligation as a U.S. citizen to pay taxes. There you go. That's all I have to say.
It got very serious for a second.
Yeah. So you had a different weekend than I did.
Well, first off, let's mention, so this weekend there was an actual name for the storm. It was a really weird name. Snowmageddon 2018.
That's what I called it.
Whatever. Yeah. We had a ton of snow. It was very cold, blowing, terrible stuff.
Blizzard-like conditions.
Yeah. So everything got canceled. The mall closed even, which is never happens. So I was very bored at home with my children, and I learned how to macrame.
So explain what is macrame.
It was something very cool in like the early mid 70s, and it's kind of like braiding and weaving to make like wall pieces, which it's very hip right now. It's very
basically if you go to Target, you can buy this
boho.
So that's my question is why would I understand you were bored, but what would possess you to decide to learn how to do this rather than just like going to Target?
I had fabric and wood. I was trying to think of something to do, and then it's like a very hip thing. It's very boho is in right now, which actually brings me to the fact that we've got Logan Welch here with Elision Outfitters, which has pieces that very much could be worked into that type of wardrobe. Mm-hmm. Very boho, early to mid 1970s, very like earthy. And anyway, so I learned how to macrame, which was very fun. And so I made a dream catcher, a macrame dream catcher, and I dyed the bottom, and it was very like funky and kind of cute. So my daughter and I did that together.
That's adorable.
I know. I'm super lame, but it was fun.
You know what, though? On a similar note, my kids and so between the two of us, Elena's much more kind of bohemian and whatever. I'm much
earthy.
more kind of strategic and
earthy adjacent.
I don't know what I describe my style as necessarily, but I did do a very Elena thing this weekend, and my kids and I built tree houses in my plants. Like little mini tree houses,
which is
so I can't get bad. Talk bad on your macrame. I was
gonna say you did something really fun.
I did. So one of the events that is very dear to my heart, and is one that I have a blast going to, is the Big Grape with Avera. The event this year was so it's wine tastings and a bunch of delicious food. It was a Great Gatsby theme, so I wore a very sparkly kind of shift dress, and it was so much fun. Saw a lot of friends there, so shout out to all of you who came up and said hello to me while I was there. But it's the gifts of your donations and then the silent auction items help pediatric social workers, help pay for those at Sanford Children's Hospital, help provide child life specialists to children who have to stay in the hospital for extended periods of time. We actually had a cousin who is one of the I don't know what you describe it. She was the Sorry, Lena just passed me a note, and it wasn't correct. It was the Avera Children's Hospital.
Well, you just said Sanford. So
Oh my gosh.
I was just correcting you. It was at it was for Avera Children's Hospital, different organizations, but still a great reason.
I'm not sure my husband is watching this or will watch this. I may have bid on an item that to be announced.
What item?
No, it doesn't matter.
Because you don't want him to know when it shows up in your house.
No. But anyway, there was a lot of cool things. I ended up bringing a friend, and we had a blast. So thanks to Avera for having that wonderful event. I hope they raised a lot of money. I'm assuming they did. There was a ton of people there, so it was really cool. And everyone came out in a snowstorm, so even better. It's raise money, have fun.
Was that on Friday night?
It was on Friday night.
So it was when the storm was like just starting.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So one thing that we need to talk about, right from the get-go here, is the name. What's in a name? What is that? Is that Shakespeare?
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
We'll say yes.
When we decided to do this podcast, we were just trying to come up with all kinds of names. We couldn't think of one, and we finally were like, what about What's Up Sioux Falls? That'd be a great name.
Yeah, we thought it was like nice and simple. Like,
Yeah.
hey, what's up? I mean, literally, we're just talking about things in the news and whatever,
Yeah.
and it's very light and positive.
So I searched on Facebook. I apparently didn't search correctly. I searched on Google, maybe not correctly. There's already a What's Up Sioux Falls podcast, and while they haven't done one in a long time, funny enough, my best friend was one of the people on that show. So maybe that's where it came from in my brain. As soon as we did the first show, I got a message from her, and she was like, "Hey, dummy."
For anybody who
You
knows
stole our
Ashley, my little sister and I call this an Ashley moment. Ashley has moments like this
I
where
swear I looked into
something
it.
comes up and we look at her and go,
Should have known.
why didn't we know that?
So point is, Wade and Rochelle had the show, and there were maybe some intentions there of that show continuing. So we need to come up with a new name, and quickly, because we're ready to put everything out onto iTunes, and we need a name to do that.
We need a name. We can't just be Ashley and Elena, because then, first off, Elena is impossible to spell, so that's a terrible name. So we need a name. Our goal, again, is to be light and positive, talk about fun things in the community, fun things that are happening in social media or the news for celebrities and gossip and all, TV shows, whatever,
Light
entertainment, light and fluffy, nothing serious. So we need a fun name. So if you guys can comment, if you're watching right now, definitely comment. We can talk about it on the show then. If you are listening to this later, message us, comment on our wall.
We're going to take the best names, and we're first going to, again, Google them and make sure that they don't exist already. And then we're going to put a poll on the Facebook page later today. We need to come up with this name like by tomorrow. So thank you all for your input. We're racking our brains, but we will come up with something and get everything switched over so that the previous What's Up Sioux Falls can continue doing what they were intending to do, and we can do what we're intending to do. So there you go.
So now we're going to talk about the news. Pop news.
Nice segue.
Yeah.
So
I'm a professional. So in the news, and this is just a good place to talk again about Logan has a boutique, an online boutique, lots of great things. We'll talk more about it later. But in the news right now is the fact that Target majorly botched a rollout on a major line. Have you been following this at all?
Yeah, the Hunter boot line.
Yes.
Oh, it's sad.
It's very sad. So Hunter Boots are a British company, very cute, kind of like the waiters, we would call them rain boots, galoshes, but they make really, really cute items, and they fit well, and they last a long time. And Target was finally going to have them.
All their stuff has a very specific look.
Yeah,
it is very British. So that's where the excitement was. Target obviously has been partnering with different brands to do these kind of mini lines. Yeah, and I own quite a few Victoria Beckham dresses because of Target. Very proud of those.
Anyway, so the boots are super cute. Everybody was so excited because finally these boots would be more accessible because Targets are obviously everywhere. People were ready to go the first day and shop.
Well, and I think
price
points were a little
price
better
point
too.
was better.
Yeah, because they're $135 on clearance at Nordstrom Rack.
Right.
I know this because I almost bought some when I was in LA. So that was, I think, a big part of it was people were excited that they could afford a Hunter boot, or they had these really cute backpacks and really cute stuff. So
they weren't even available online, I don't think.
No.
Everywhere was gone.
Number one, everywhere was gone. Number two, In store, they only had like one in each size in some stores. And then there was one of the boots. It's like a green boot that was really cute.
Yep.
And that was the one most people wanted because it's like the very hunter style. And they literally were pulling them out of people's carts in the checkout line.
Yeah.
They recalled them the day of the launch.
Because they hadn't produced enough, I guess is the story, that they didn't have them in the places they needed to be. So even though there were displays, people apparently were not supposed to actually grab the shoes. I mean, here's what I'll give you as an example too. With the controversy going on, somehow, even though in stores these weren't available and online there was a limited supply that actually went out, they're on eBay. People are selling their Hunter
They're
boots.
Target ones?
The Target ones. So like here's an example. Hunter for X Target women's waterproof rain ankle boot, yellow, size 7. There you go.
Well, there's
like a little one
size
right there.
10 women's. And how much were those supposed to be from Target? $39?
I don't know, but they're $70 right now on eBay.
Well, and it's eBay, so people are going to bid.
Yeah, and you can't even see the prices on
That's
Target.com
so crazy.
right
If you're
now.
going to spend that kind of money, you just get the regular ones, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, why even want the Target ones?
Why not buy the real thing if you're
Right.
going to spend that much money?
Crazy. People do.
This is giving me some regrets.
Why? Did you buy a
Because-
pair?
No, I'm thinking back to the auction at Avera's The Big Grape, and the item that I bid on. I did go on eBay to see what it was actually worth.
You overbid?
It was a
Well, it's
generous
for a good
donation.
cause.
Yes.
It's for a good cause. So if you're a little over, at least you
Yeah.
can, write it off on your taxes and feel good about it.
Yeah. So if you want a Hunter boot from Target, go to eBay. Overpay, but that's what you got to do, I guess. Another story making headlines this week: Carrie Underwood. So for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, what was it? Maybe 5-6 months ago, Carrie
It
Underwood.
was right around Christmas time. She had a bad fall and ended up with 40 stitches and made this big deal about it because she had to have plastic surgery. And
And the stitches were in her face and her neck, apparently.
yes, so she didn't want anybody to see her, and she's been like MIA. And then yesterday was the American Country Music Awards.
Sunday
night.
Sunday.
Yep.
And
It's already Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. What day is it? So she ended up finally like coming out and showing her face, and I think the overwhelming response was, "Why was she hiding?"
Well, not only that, but when you look at the picture of her now, there's definitely a change in her jawline, I think. I mean, she's always been gorgeous, so she's still absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. But honestly, I'm like,
I feel like it just looks
Where's
like
your
she
floss?
lost.
yeah. Do I need to fall? Yeah, that's terrible. That's so bad. I'm
I feel
sorry.
like she just, I mean, we're so desensitized now to plastic surgery. It just looks like she had a little, extra, or lost weight, or got her eyebrows done, or, I mean, there's so many things that can change your face, and I don't think she looks any different or
She probably
worse,
has a really good
or-
makeup artist.
Probably has a
Yeah,
really good
yeah,
makeup artist.
It's all on the
Yeah.
contour.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, but contour day to day, you could look like a totally different person.
Exactly.
So I'm not sure what she was so scared of.
Well,
No,
and to
she's
be
beautiful.
honest, like now I'm going to be the jerk in the room, but like, should we really be criticizing her for feeling self-conscious about her face? Like, I know everyone's out there on Facebook like, what is her problem? She looks beautiful. She always looks beautiful.
Oh,
You're right.
please.
It could be makeup. She could be covering up a lot of scarring or something. We don't know, but it's, her right to feel the way she feels.
Well, and first off, right before the show started, I was applying under eye concealer and mascara to attempt to look less tired on screen. So I can't fault her because I feel like I would be super self-conscious too.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, she looks gorgeous, and good for her for coming out and killing it on the stage.
And
too.
I just thought she
She's
looked
amazing.
I don't know, she's adorable, and her voice, like, who cares what she looks like? Her voice is like
She's pretty incredible.
butter. I mean, she's so good.
I would love to see her in concert. Where was I going with this? So we did a Facebook question last week, and we'll continue to do these every single week. And what we were talking about was, what did all of you do in the storm? And go ahead and post if you're on Facebook right now watching the video. What did you do while you were stuck in the storm? I know, Elena, like we said. Oh.
Google Assistant. Not Google, though, because you have an iPhone. What's your iPhone assistant?
Siri.
Siri
My
was just
Siri-
very upset.
My Siri is
I'm trying to pull this up.
Australian gentleman.
That wasn't an Australian gentleman.
No, that was actually I accidentally clicked Facebook, and it was our live feed.
Oh.
So, I was doubling up on it. I was
were
trying to
just,
look at what some of the people were.
That was very meta. You were listening to the feed
I should
while
have live streamed the live stream.
I don't think we could probably do that. I think
have
technology
my
would blow
personal
up. It'd be
page.
like feedback, like when your microphone is too close to another microphone.
Like one of those tunnels. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, where it's like the behind.
I tried to do a Facebook Live from my computer last week and tried to do it where you could see the screen, like a screen capture or whatever. So like you see my picture. And yeah. Inception. Yeah. And it was like, and I had to just cancel it and then delete it because it was horrifying. It was just like, yeah, it was crazy. But I was just looking up what the responses to the Facebook
Well, I liked
question of the week
our
was.
good friend Jenny MC,
Yep.
local celebrity.
She ever has a day off, we got to have her on the show.
Everybody knows Jenny. She said how many people are taking bets on January babies.
Ooh,
People people were snowed in and bored.
That's a good point.
I know a lot of people that drank because they were
Yep.
stuck inside.
Shenanigans opened. I was there.
I had a good friend who, well, we were talking on Monday at a class that I'm taking, and we were talking about like, so what did everyone do this weekend? How were you productive during the snow? And she was like, I had a snowstorm party, so not very. She just invited all her friends over and cracked open all her bottles and just had a good time, which is go to the bar, hang out, do what you got to do.
I've got a lot of friends who are nurses, and they ended up working, obviously, because they need to be there in case bad things happen. But some of them, like, literally got trapped at hospitals, which I guess if you're going to get trapped somewhere, like,
A hospital's
there
the way to
could
do
be
it,
a worse
yeah.
place. But I've got quite a few people who commented and said that they were stuck at work, or retail workers if they were in the cities. I've got a lot of friends that work retail up in the cities. My friend Kelly had the stomach flu. Her whole house had the stomach flu while being trapped inside.
that would be the worst. That's like a nightmare situation.
I kept joking, like, I understand Jack Nicholson now
From The Shining?
from The Shining. I understand what happened. I understand going crazy in the snow. Like, you're trapped and there's nowhere out.
I liked a lot of people were posting what they were watching. Like, people were just binge watching. My favorite one was Bethany said, ate all the food in the house and watched the entire season of Jersey Shore. I haven't watched the new
Has that
reboot.
started?
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago.
I don't
Maybe
know
I'll
if I want to see people from my early 20s in their mid 30s.
Our
doing the
second
same
segment
things.
of Hate Watch, maybe you should watch.
Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore. I don't know enough about it, though, to like comment
It's got-
my understanding of
I
it.
never even watched it.
I had to hate watch The Real Housewives of New York.
Yep.
I didn't know what
2
was.
weeks ago.
I didn't know what was going on. I didn't
I
know
wouldn't
who the
either.
people were. There's like
So
15
funny.
people. I feel like the Jersey Shore. I know like Snooki.
Well, everyone else.
I never really watched Jersey Shore. I'm not that cool.
I'm sure half,
I haven't had
again,
cable.
commenting on faces, half of them don't look the way they did back in the day. Like, they all have different faces.
well,
for, like,
which over 10
way-
years, if you put us side by side with 10 years ago, I would hope.
No, I'm saying manufactured different looks. They chose to look different.
A 360, not.
One of the shocking things, my friend Chelsea posted that she binge watched Sons of Anarchy, and I was like, late to the game, are ya?
Hey, there's
That's-
not a bad time to fall in love with Jack Steller. There's
No,
not.
that's true. That's true.
Let's face
That's
it.
a great show. So I'm going to put on the Facebook page right now a little poll, and the poll is, what is your current binge watching obsession? Everyone wants to know that. What are you binge watching?
I'm finishing Pretty Little Liars.
Oh my god.
That's a show you almost have to watch a couple times.
Well, I'm still so confused about certain things. Anyway, we'll get to that another time.
It doesn't make sense. You just love it. Just go with it. I'm rewatching Vampire Diaries for that same reason that
I shouldn't
eventually,
recognize
like,
it's not in
they just
yours.
went off the rails, and it was like, what the hell is happening? So I had to go back and like kind of read.
Yeah. Well, so
Redo it.
Logan's been piping in once or twice, so I want to just reintroduce. So Logan Welch, we're going to talk with her right now. She is a jack of all trades, literally. So you've got Uncovered Skin Sugaring and Skin Studio, which is in the factory, which is kind of a cool concept.
Which is awesome.
You've got Elysian. Elysian.
Yes. Good job.
Outfitters. I think
Have
it's
you say
because I spent so long calling it Elysian.
I know you did. You're always like,
Yeah.
Alicia, and I like
You're
never
like, no,
corrected you. I'm
that's
like,
wrong,
Elysian. It's okay.
Elysian Outfitters,
Collision.
which
Yes.
has some of the most adorable like pieces that are so cute. And then also you are a head planner for Serendipitous Events, which is an event planning and party event
Anything
wedding,
fun.
anything fun. So Logan is just fun.
Yeah,
try to be.
Company in town. So let's start with I think what is the oldest would be Serendipitous.
Right.
So when did you get into event planning?
So it would have been my junior year of college. I needed an internship. Well, I always knew I wanted to end up in Sioux Falls because I love it here. So I was a part of the Spinsters Committee back in the day. You know that? Yeah. So I was one of the reps for O'Gorman, one of the Spinsters committee people, and Jessica Kerher came in one day and was like saying, oh, this is how you guys can plan these events, and like giving us ideas. Well, I'm like a networking fool, so I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna remember her. We're gonna be Facebook friends. And then 3-4 years later, I needed an internship, so I reached out to her, and everything just, the stars aligned, and it worked out awesome. So now I've been there. This will be I think this is my 5th summer, including my internship summer. I think. Fourth. Yep, you're right.
Because I met
it'll be
you
4
almost
years.
4 years ago.
Yep, and it'll be 3 years I graduated college. Anyways, so I've been doing that, and it's awesome. I do about 20 weddings a year, and then a bunch of other fun little stuff with that. And so, yeah.
Awesome. And then Elision.
I
got it.
Good job.
So Elision, you started about 3 years ago. Two.
So 2 years ago in May, me and one of my best friends, Sarah, started it, and it's just online. Sarah actually lives in Minneapolis now, and then I'm here.
Okay.
So all of our clothes are in the factory, which is awesome. So the factory and Elision have kind of teamed together, which is great.
And when I'm just going to clarify, when Logan says the factory, she doesn't mean the place that they make the clothes.
Yes.
she means
that's the salon in town.
There's a cool salon in town called the Factory, and there's hair and makeup, photography, clothing, nails, sugaring.
Yep.
And it's a beautiful space. Like, it's just a cool building.
The old Modtro building.
Yeah. Yes, and it's Minnesota and 8th?
Right after 8th, yeah.
Yep, right after 8th on Minnesota. So Logan has a lot of her clothes at that location, and then that's a good segue into sugaring, which she has a sugaring studio in the factory. So tell people, what is sugaring?
So sugaring is a natural form of hair removal. So it's sugar, lemon juice, and water that makes up a sugaring paste. The paste is applied to your skin and kind of flicked off in a motion. It's kind of hard to explain, but basically, like, I put it on about 3 times, and then I use my hand to take it off. So it's great for delicate skin. It's way better as far as sensitivity goes because there's not any chemicals. Mm-hmm. It's your body temperature, which means it's not like 120-degree wax that's being applied to you. Yeah. So when you leave, I mean, the most common areas are obviously like bikini, Brazilian, underarms, guys' backs are really popular. Anything like that, when you leave, it's not like red and bumpy like a lot of with waxing it is. Mm-hmm. So, and then sugar grabs it all by the root. So when you apply it against the hair growth and then pull with the hair growth. So when I pull it off, I can see all the roots of the hair, which means like the thinning process is really great with sugar. It's super weird.
Okay, so
you're like,
what do you do? Well, let me tell you.
Yes, I'm a sugarist.
I've known you for quite a few years now. I met Logan through Serendipitous because we did a styled shoot together, and I've known you for a long time. And I remember when you said, "Oh, I'm going to go to school to be an esthetician." I'm like, "Well, what are you going to do with that?" How did that turn into sugaring?
So I, when I went to school for aesthetics, I obviously love skincare, so I pull in a little bit of that, and then I just loved hair removal, and like the way it makes women feel is awesome. And even guys, like I have a lot of guy clients who will come in and get their backs done or their chest done, and they love it because they feel so much more confident, you know? Yeah. So like someone who would usually wear let's say a t-shirt to the beach will like not wear a t-shirt because they feel good about themselves. Yep. So, and then I got into sugar because it's just, everyone's into the natural, trying to be safer. What kind of ingredients are you putting on my skin? What are you doing? Yeah. So that's kind of how the sugar all started.
Would you say sugaring is a newer trend?
Yeah. Yep. Okay. It's definitely newer to our area as well. It's been around for a long time, but as far as in our area, there's quite a few of us who do it now. And then I'm certified through a company that is super great and all over. So yeah.
Awesome. So another thing that you do that anyone who knows me knows I'm a junkie for beauty treatment. If you follow me on Snapchat, I will Snapchat you like crazy with my under eye bag.
You deserve it.
All the weird masks, all of them.
Yeah, I'll try weird masks. I did a gold mask one time. Like, I'm into it. Like,
no charcoal though.
Hit me up, private message me. Like, what is?
I've never done that either.
Oh, I'll do it all. So I actually went to Logan because you do eyelash tinting and curling as well.
Yes.
So tell us about that a little bit.
So eyelash lifting and tinting. I love big eyelashes, obviously. However, extensions aren't right for everyone, and they're not right for me. So I got into the lifting and the tinting. So the lift is just basically a temporary curl of the eyelash. It lasts 6 to 8 weeks, sometimes up to 12. And then it can be paired with a tint, which is awesome. Like my nurse friends and clients love it because they wake up and they look great and their eyelashes are dark. Like I cannot live without a tint anymore either because I'm like,
you get addicted
otherwise they're
to it,
so gone. You know what I mean?
And I know I referred my mother-in-law to you for that reason. She's a natural redhead, and so she has very light eyelashes. So when I had mine done, she was like, "Do you have fake eyelashes on?" And I said, "No, actually, I went to my friend and she
they're real."
she lifted and tinted my eyelashes, and so she was going to, I think, Las Vegas, and so she went and had hers done. She was super happy with the finished result. So it's
pretty fun.
Cool. Yeah, it's neat. So this is kind of not off topic. It's
you're fine.
beauty, but so if for me personally, in my I love to try things. What do you think is like the thing right now that people just need to try? Like with something you do or something someone else does, like what is like the beauty treatment that you're like, oh, I heard this is what's up?
Well, I mean, I'm biased towards microdermabrasion because obviously I do it and it's so good for your skin and it just exfoliates all the dead skin off your face and it just leaves your skin shining. That is really popular, but that's been around forever. And then the new thing is microblading. Yes. I do not do it, but everyone in town is like loving it. Yeah. I personally, I have my eyebrows done and I have my eyeliner done and I'm obsessed. So I also agree. Just do your research on who you're going to. Make sure it's sanitary. I mean, obviously, that's
Ashley and I are very blessed because we've got very big eyelashes.
I asked someone about
we don't
my girl
eyebrows
one time or whatever, and I was like, "Hey, what would you do?" And she's like, "What?"
Yeah, you don't know.
But I've got a lot of friends who either like after having kids or just overplucking. Because when we were in high school,
90s
hashtag late 90s,
everyone overplucked and overwaxed.
Yep. Everybody wanted to like
back.
Gwen Stefani ruined us with her like. Remember when she had the blue hair with her? She tied it in the knots and she had like the pencil
eyebrows.
Everybody wanted it, and it was.
That's the thing,
So now we're putting lash serums on eyebrows to make them grow.
Actually, Whitney wants to know: have you done a magnetic mask?
Oh, I have not. Tell me about that,
Cody. I love Cody.
Oh gosh. Oh, she is. I know Cody.
I know Cody and his sweet fiance Shelby are literally the best.
Oh, that's so cute. I know it's hard to like talk and read at the same time, guys.
I know.
I'm not gonna joke with you here, but I'm gonna definitely look into that magnetic mask thing. Whitney, hit me up on that.
I'm interested to find out what that means. It like
magnetic. Oh, did you see that? No. Oh, you've seen it on Facebook ads. You put it on, and it like when you take it off, it just like extracts all the stuff out. I don't know.
So it's almost like the Biore pore strips, but for your whole face.
So.
Yeah, it's so gross.
I can't use those.
Like, also, I get it.
Yeah,
but there are people who like that stuff. Who like peel it off and they're like, ooh.
There are entire YouTube channels simply devoted to videos of people popping their pimples. So it's so. I can't.
Did you? I hope the camera was.
That's my favorite thing.
Reaction,
that's like I like live to do that. It makes people feel so good.
Well, I feel good after because I think because of how good my skin looks.
Look at it. Look at that magnetic mask.
Crazy! And then
I have seen that. Oh, I got to try that.
What?
I think you should. Let's all have a spa night.
Listen, if you advertise something like this to me on Instagram,
I was going to say Ashley is such a sucker. What'd you get the other day? Extensions.
I got hair extensions.
She had
from Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She gave them her credit card number, and all she had to pay was shipping. And I'm like, you're getting scammed. There's going to be like $1,000 charge.
That's like the new thing. Did you see the new? It's a teeth whitener, and you plug it into your phone, and it's like an LED light, and it lights up. I totally spent $150 on that. And I'm like, these people make money off of.
This is how they're making the money.
Yeah.
Instagram is where it's at. Like that was actually in the news last week too, that they're one of the girls from The Bachelor, I think. I'll think of her name eventually.
It doesn't matter who.
Ashley A, maybe. Anyway, if you're watching and you know who I'm talking about, she was on Bachelor in Paradise and would like completely contour her entire face to go out on the beach and like just too much makeup. But anyway, she gets paid. Oh no, it was Bella Thorne. Bella Thorne gets paid $65,000 per Instagram post, just based on the products that she promotes.
How do we
like
get in
Fab
that?
Fit Fun Box. All the Bachelor and Bachelorette contestants are
Wow.
hawking that right now. So anyway, so off topic.
No, but kind of
Crazy.
Okay, so along with that, Logan, I wanted to ask you this because I am trying to like update my wardrobe.
Yeah, girl. Let me come over.
Because you've seen me once or twice, and I'm not. I need a little update. Like, what is the piece of clothing that's like current right now that you could wear like multiple times? It's like a couple of years ago. I'm trying to think of something that was like really cool and everybody was wearing it.
Are you talking about like the style right now?
Like
Is that what you're trying-
what is something within the style right now that would be easy for people?
you?
Yeah, and maybe even like an item that you guys already have.
So honestly, like what everyone's really going for right now are like the trench jackets and the velvet jacket, like any like layering pieces that go back, like the velvet, huge right now from the 80s.
I have a
and like
plush velvet jacket.
yes. And it's super awesome.
Yeah.
So like trends like that are coming in because it's like the easy pieces where like you just want to throw something on and look super cute, but then you can wear it with everything. And like kind of like for you, like
I love
great.
Yes, because if I can put on like a pair of black pants and a black t-shirt and then throw something over top of it, I already own the other two pieces.
Right, exactly.
I
And
see
it's
the
just-
third thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just need the third.
You could do that.
That's
you could
my
go
theory.
shopping.
Hence what I'm wearing right now. Black t-shirt.
Yeah,
Cute,
literally,
cute
literally.
cardigan. Yeah.
Well, we're going to be closing things down here shortly, but we want to talk a little bit about what's coming up in the community. So thank you so much, Logan, for
Yes,
coming in.
thanks for having me.
We're glad you could join us because you are one of those people that everyone knows, and half the time people are like, how do I know her and why do I know her? Well, that's how you know her and why you know her, because she's everywhere.
Everywhere.
Would you call yourself a networking fool?
I love networking.
So yeah, hit her up on Facebook. Check out her businesses. You want to give a plug quick for your websites and all that? We'll
Yeah,
link them
well,
up, too.
just go to my personal. They'll tag me in my personal. And it's just Uncovered Skin and Sugaring Studio, The Factory by Jake Blow and Co., Elision Outfitter, Serendipitous Events. You know.
Just
it
I'm
all.
sure there'll be more
All of
boxes
it.
added over the years.
Yeah.
too,
Yes,
so good for you.
absolutely.
Thank you so much. So this weekend we have a couple events coming up in Sioux Falls we want to make sure that you are aware of. Firstly, is that a word? Firstly,
Sure.
The Sioux Empire Community Theater has their second weekend of Peter and the Starcatcher. It is a show that's kind of a neat concept. It's basically a Tony Award winning show about Peter Pan, and then a little girl who is a up and coming star catcher, and they take on the fearsome Black Stash.
Well, and the cool thing about this is there's about a dozen actors, and they portray over 100 characters.
Yeah, which
so
is really cool.
you're going to see people multiple times, but they're going to look different. They're going to be somebody different, and then they have the hard thing of like playing. You have to get into character multiple times. So I think it's going to be kind of fun.
Well, and a lot of the actors are young people, children even. So if you're looking for something to do this weekend, it's going to snow again tomorrow, guys. So
No, it's
listen,
not.
you're not doing anything. You're not doing anything over the weekend.
I'm going to I'm doing my hippie positive vibe thing. I'm going to vibe it out of here. It's not happening.
All right, cool. Well, if it
Tell Phil Shrek, change the weather, Phil.
poor Phil.
I know he gets such.
I'm sure he gets a lot
Crap
of crap.
for-
Yeah, it's not his fault. So go check that out, Sioux Empire Community Theater, the website for that event. Actually, I just did it through Facebook, facebook.com. Oh, that's Logan's. Okay, we'll link it up. I'm sorry.
So another fun thing, Friday, somebody else that is somebody everybody should know, Luca from Luca's Boutique, Genuine Handmade Gifts. Super, super cool shop. Lots of handmade items from Italy. Plus just fun to go in there and talk to Luca. He's amazing.
Yeah.
They're having a pizza and beer day. So from 11 to 2, you can go and they're going to have Woody's Wood-Fired Pizza and
Yum.
Remedy Brewing. So you can have pizza and beer, go over your lunch, take the day off.
And he's right
Why
next
not?
to Remedy Brewing, too. So that's kind of the cool thing with
8th
that.
and
as well.
Railroad.
Yep.
That neat little center at 8th and Railroad. And then if you see anything you like while you're there, you get 15% off. And his bags are so cool.
I have a
beautiful
what is it called?
Crossbody bag.
Yeah, from there that I bought for traveling because it's just a nice little one. It's perfect for my wallet, which I also bought from Luca, and all of that. So,
And then lastly,
cool stuff.
there is the well, Ashley's got all the information in
So
front of her.
if you are looking for an opportunity to get dressed up like I did last weekend for the fundraiser that I went to, there is an awesome event here in town. If you've ever been, it's like your chance to get all beautified and, you know, go get some microdermabrasion and then go get your makeup done a couple days later, right? Get your makeup done. Head out to the ACS Magic of Hope Gala. I personally know through friends this is such a big undertaking. A good friend of mine who actually is the contact for the event, Stacy Cracked, we sat down and talked about it, and it's such a huge undertaking. It is it's literally a magical event.
When ACS stands for the American Cancer Society,
Yep.
and what they do in the community and the outer area of cancer research is amazing,
It's a
and
huge
so
deal.
definitely check that out.
Yep, so you can visit acsmagicofhope.com or email Stacy.cracked, which is Stacy with an EY. Let me just spell it all out. STACEY.KRACHT@cancer.org.
All right, so that wraps up our show for today. Again, we'll have some polls on the page. Message us, text us, whatever, if you've got cool name ideas, so we can get that
otherwise,
wrapped up.
we will literally be the No Name Podcast, and I'd really like a different name.
I'm sure there's already a no-name podcast out there. That's
probably.
We'll spend all of our time rebranding it and then be like, nope, can't do that either.
All right.
We'll just change our name every week.
Well, thanks for stopping. Again, Ashley Bartholomew here.
Elena Rogi.
Thank you, Logan Welch,
Yes.
and you guys have a good day.